Hi, welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Depends on your time zone. So thank you so much once again, all of you logging in time. Today we are going to discuss about how you set up online entity. Very very important session. Those especially those who are starting your own online business, whether you're starting an e-commerce business or an affiliate business, or even you become a social media influencer, or you're starting a drop service business, whatever it is, the most important part is setting up the online entity. So today, all the parts, actually, we'll try to finish today. In case if not finishing tomorrow, we'll continue with all the aspects, especially the people who are, I'm shortlisted, the people who are going to be part of our join this in the championship part. So championship, whoever is joining, those people actually everybody will have an entity. So in that aspect, we'll be discussing today on the technological aspect, strategy aspect, and the organization point of view. That's the session today, and it's very very important all of you to understand this, because all of you are going to take a series of decisions based on how your online entity, whether it's a business or a service or your portfolio website, how it looks like. And these decisions are not going to be very easy, I agree, but we need to take a decision. And based on that decision, our website will be looking like, or a blog, or whatever it is going to be looks like. And with that, we all of us can, how do we say, you can move forward with that, move forward the online business, especially, which I'm talking about. So now, for the online businesses part, as you know, instead of you are going to the people, most of the time people coming to you directly or indirectly. When they come to you based on what they see online, they're going to judge you. They're going to decide to avail the product from you or not, the services from you or not. So that's the reason what you are showing to the people, it's a very important part in terms of online businesses, in terms of for you to get more businesses. So in that way, today's session, my objective of today's session is to all of you to help you to take decisions for your branding, your logo, your website looks and feel, your social media looks and feel, and the tagline you use, and the technological aspect you integrate, you tie up, the API you're going to use, on your joint venture arrangement, your partnership arrangement, your white label arrangement, your private label arrangement, your payment gateway. All this aspect today, part of online entity, we are going to discuss in detail. So I'm, as usual, I'll connect you to the PowerPoint. Meanwhile, I request all of you to get settled in, then we will start. Okay. So once again, officially, I welcome all of you for the 95th day of our 100 Days Digital Mastery Challenge. Today, October 25th, 2020, on Sunday. At 6 p.m. I'm live from Doha, Qatar. So today, the topic, as we discussed, we are going to have something called online entity, where how you set up your complete online businesses online. So getting ready and setting up, that's a topic we are going to discuss in detail. So as you know that in every business model, which we discussed about all kinds of business model, we made as a strategy, technology, organization, 3-part. Now, when you set up an online entity, even though the majority of the part is a technological aspect, but there is a strategy and organization point of also you need to consider this one. So when you look at it as when we say when a website or online entity, you see kind of go to the website, maybe different. We see it. So for example, you go to Google, immediately coming to your mind, there is a homepage of the Google, or a Microsoft website. You see a different kind of a homepage. And Amazon, at the moment you come to your mind, there is an Amazon picture comes to you. These are the online entities created by Amazon and Microsoft and Flipkart, or maybe a Flipper and MB Flippers and FE International. When you look at a YouTube, it's an online. We are going to have a YouTube channel. Apart from that, YouTube itself is a business model, right? So YouTube is there. And Facebook, how the Facebook, like Instagram and LinkedIn, all these people actually created. When you look at all the things, it's like what is common? They have a website, they have a logo, there's a brand, there is look and feel, right? So that exactly we are going to discuss today. What kind of a business you're doing, it does not matter. these kind of a thing become very, very important for you to do with this. Okay. Now, as in the world, usually as an individual, we call with the names. As a companies, we also call with the companies' names, right? There's a limited companies, private limited companies, etc. So here in the online world, we are going to be known as domain within domain name, right? Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Facebook.com, Google.com. So that's where with the domain name we are going to do. Plus, the moment we say Amazon.com, when we say Facebook.com, immediately Facebook logo comes to your mind. Amazon.com, immediately the arrow mark comes to your mind, right? So that conveyed to us as a customer, as a user, we know what they stand for, right? Now, your website. Now, the moment you Google load up to you, or a Facebook, or the moment you know that is what the site is, even without even looking at the website, from the far away place, you will look and feel, is make you understand, oh, this is a YouTube, oh, this is a Flipkart.com, this is a Flipkart.com, this is an Amazon.com. Like there is a look and feel also, people can communicate with that. Then there is a blog, it's also part of your website or independently, or you run as a blog as a business. That also you can see depends upon what kind of a blog you're writing, and you need to have this as an entity based on it, right? And different kinds of resources will be put on that. And the social media profiles, as you know, the thumbnail and the title and the description and everything is a make in the YouTube, your profile part. Social media profiles come to somebody's Facebook page, somebody come to LinkedIn profile or a Twitter page or a Pinterest, when you look at the pins or go to the Instagram. So we understand these customers with the color palette, the design, the layout, the wordings, the tagline, which are they using it as. So this is a portion we are going to discuss. Same way, how you are going to project. And even though we see all the things, a set of discussions, a set of decisions, set of lot many thoughts these people has done earlier. That's the way they came out. It's not one day morning they just started and put it and uploaded. No, they thought about it, about their company's Instagram page, the company's the website images they're going to use, and how their presence in the directories. So it comes at how they presence on it, how it will be their videos is way online, and various kinds of product and services, how they show to the people through YouTube or other things part. And there is a news section, how the news is shown to them, and there some other entity come as a news because tomorrow in the Google search in Google. And if the newspaper carries or online e-paper carries about your company, so there is an image, there is a logo, there is a content, they talk about something, right? And electronic books, if you have, that's another way. When you search in Google, people download about the book about you, or a downloadable document will be there. Now, various kinds of things, even sometimes you sell ebooks. Apart from that itself, you'll have your own free ebook downloading for your opt-in list to get it, right? And there is a classified websites where you will make your presence and people search something about something for anything. Maybe even you wanted to get a good employees to work for your company, they'll come to the for your classified as well. So your classified we are making it also important. Now, most of the people, when they search in Google first page, come out of that article. So somebody comes to your website as an article from your own article or some of the other article which you carry. This is also your online entity aspect. So downloadable doc, like your white paper, is also part of your online entity, and how they download and when they download what they're feeling about. So this is your online, and through that you might generate a business as well. Then maps. Now that people vary your location, especially you are running a online retail outlet or your office. People want to know where exactly you're located, and the addresses to that place, and the map to Google showing about the verified map is also part of your about your entity. Then, of course, your ratings by the agencies. One of the major ratings is Alexa ranking. Is very important for you to have it with you. Okay. Now, as you know, Alexa is very ranking people about you do first time when they do a cross check about your website. They go and find out about you from the Alexa. So this is an important aspect for you. Now, even your selling of tomorrow, as we discussed, or the flipping of your website. So when you are going to sell this website or your blog or your YouTube channel or your social media profiles, whatever you're planning to sell it tomorrow, it will be appearing in the website, selling website like flipper.com, or maybe an embeddflippers.com or radiumwebsitebuilder.com, or radiumwebsiteflipping.com. All the places what you are presenting is also your online entity. And your Google keywords ranking is important, and your Google AdSense ranking is very important. And PayPal account is also your online entity when the people are trying to send you any money or to pay something. And once you have PayPal verified account, people trust you. And even your trust is created with the PayPal. So make sure that is you have that as well. Now, that people connect each other. And people also look at your WhatsApp profile through the WhatsApp people find you. That also your online entity, and your Telegram is your online entity. Skype is your online entity. WeChat your online entity. All the big part. So it's basically what we are talking about. You are making a real online presence. So whatever you are going to make it present. So there is a problem if you don't consciously look into it. Google picks up and show. So you'll plan now what exactly you're planning to do. That's one part. Second part is now the people to come and pay you the money, come and do business with you, come and through the services to avail from you. They need to come. So then you need to have an online presence, maybe from domain, through Google, through articles, through classified, through WhatsApp, through all other channels people come to you. So you need to make an entity, people to come to you, do the transaction, do the business, and pay the money and leave it. So this is a very important aspect. So, and to take that, there is a series of decisions also they take it. So it becomes a very important part. Even sometimes, small things, someone searches about some products and services you're dealing with, even the directories become important. The forums become important. Classified, as we discussed, Alexa will discuss, all the things become very important for you to connect with us. Even in the website flipping pricing, now what price you're asking about, based on that people judge what kind of a company you are. That's exactly the reason I recommend everyone to start asking around $10,000, even for your domain part. And how much you value, that also should draw. And they will be placing something like you. So people are going to judge you. Even to the investor, go and check it. What's your valuation on this? Even tomorrow you wanted a business expansion, you wanted a funding. So you need to have these kind of thing places on it. Now, Flippa listing, FE International listing, and Empire Flippers listing is also very, very important. And what kind of a price they're asking, you need to check on 500,000. So you have perception about them. So what kind of a branding they're looking. And definitely one of the things people trust is a review. So as you know, the moment you start a business, you will not have 100% positive review, but customers trust a positive review. So what you do, you go and make a review. You plan for a review. You ask for a review from the real customers and good customers and friends and relatives. You get a good review to be done. Based on that, people are going to take it as decisions. So having said this, all the things, we connected with your logo and branding. Your logo include maybe an image and font and the tagline and look and feel. So that exactly we discussed on a branding day. So logo and branding is also important part here. So now we need to, it's easy. I'm not asking you to go and learn so much of things about branding, so much of things, deeper study, not required. But at least this minimum level is required for the people to understand what kind of a brand you stand for. Now, the moment you see this Amazon, this arrow mark, and you know what they stand for, and these are the images registered in my mind, but they also created from nothing, right? This is a color combination, the font, they decided. Like a Google, that last time we discussed about Google started as a backdrop with just a hands. They kept as a logo. From there started. Then Google's today Google company is an Alphabet, right? Google company owned by an Alphabet. It's a company name, but the Google is a brand name. They brought it. Flipkart. So another brand is created. Alibaba.com is another well-known brand. AliExpress. All this logo. You remember that? Think about these companies. It's also started from somewhere, and they thought about the branding and they had that vision to grow. So this is a time when you're taking a decision. This is a time you think about all the possibilities. Yesterday we discussed about the vision. I want you to start thinking about that way. As I mentioned yesterday, I commented on many of your domain name. As I mentioned, many of you are frustrated on taking out a domain name. As I mentioned, it's a very, very important decision. Please don't dilute and do not spoil. That's the name, you are getting a chance to put yourself in one place. And you choose a domain name as in a proper manner. And as you know, that is to search keywords, search your domain name. We are giving you a platform. We don't register there. You can go to awmcdomains.com. You can search which are the domains are available. So then you can type your desired domain name. And once you decide domain name, if it's available, it shows. And it's also suggests you some of the domain name which you wanted. And the price part also you can see. As you know, most of you, we are setting up a thing. You don't have to pay for a domain name. It's a part of the deal. It comes to you. So only thing you need to go and check it is what the domain is available. And based on that, you can register. This is even after registering, you don't have to register. You can submit to us. We will register for you. We also do one cross check about online possibilities. May not be the branding possibilities, because about your company, about your vision, about how you want to look at your psychographic demographics of your customer, how the consumer want you to think about it. So all the things, is up to you to do it. Even a common misspelling, which we discussed about multiple domain, also you can register, and it's important to have it. So this I'm not covering now in detail, because on the 9th day of July 11th, we discussed about completely about how to register a domain, importance of the domain, the process of the domain, everything in detail. I really request you to go back. If you are not said it, please go and watch this before you setting up your online entity part. So you will be setting up your complete online entity, and so when you set up a complete online entity, so think about so many different websites, different project we have now. All of you are going to participate in the championship in different categories, right? So of course, affiliate website owners, they're the people who have started making the website now. Social media influencers are the people who have been working less than 3 to 6 months to generate their audience and to grow their audiences. And then one of the big projects which we all of us are here, AOBB, like a drop service, an affiliate bundle, and YouTube channel. There's another thing which we are going to deal with. Then affiliate website, I think that majority of your website is already up. If you're not done, please do at the earliest, because it's the first thing which we thought of doing, and people can actually start working on it. Now, affiliate marketing with web mining is one of the options. Definitely, that's a great. On this Wednesday, we have very detailed discussion about it. You can also have this version. And some of you already have a private beta participation. You are doing it. This is another possibility to be part of. And AOBB affiliate bundle, another thing. And AOBB drop service is another bundle. And AOBB 10 for you, there is another thing which we would set up. And of course, online shopping mall, we spend a lot of time on this aspect. So online shopping mall can be, especially a mirror store, you need to take a lot of decision. And your niche store, you don't have to do much thing. Based on your mirror store, we will actually make it and compatible with our own branding as well. So online shopping mall of your mirror store, you need to take a decision. Then again about social media influencer, of course, YouTube capture widths, all the things we need to set up an entity now, right, to before the championship. Now you also have a consultant trainers website, not only one or two, you have a complete kit. We'll discuss one by one. So we'll start with the common thing, then all other things, we can easily to finish up. So first of all, I would like you to take a very good decisions. Don't hurry up, don't frustrate and take it, and think about all the aspects. Spend a quality time, maybe in the morning, if it's your quality time in the morning. Spend a good time on it. Think about what exactly your website should look like, your logo, your tagline, how your customer should feel it as, how you'll be proud about to say, hey, this is mine. So it's a way, every product you brought out, you will show something on very proudly to show. For example, we in ADM.q, we have so many websites, around 10, 20 websites we built up. So someone asked me, Shan, show me your website. I'll be proudly showing ADM website builder.com first. Because that's a thing which is, I spend a quality time, honestly. The moment the Corona announced, the COVID-19 announced, when we had a lot of time, I spent on that. I set up the homepage design. and the tagline. So much of time spent on it, and I came out. I was so happy and I was proud about it. So you look at the ADM website builder.com. Okay, so like whichever the project you do a quality time, you'll have best things comes out on it. Okay, so it is very important for you to take out a time, spend the time, understand what exactly you wanted, and go back to the notes which you worked on, the strategies which you learned about the content, image, and look and feel, and funnels, and decision-making process, and customer care, and social media part, and SEO part, blog part, forum part, reviews part, and communication part of instant messengers and social media networking, Wikipedia page, and YouTube channel, and PowerPoint presentation, which we will download from SlideShare, and your keyword ranking. All the aspects, you need to see a 360 degree or maybe a helicopter pictures about entire or online entity. Imagine this in a digital world. So where you stand out, how you look like, look at from to an helicopter view. So that is exactly the vision is required now for you to take a decision. Now, what is the most common thing? Now, first is everybody will have with us a domain and logo, except here is in the social media. Not social media, and sorry, social media influencer portfolio, definitely you should have a logo. I'm talking about the YouTube may not require a logo, okay? But of course, YouTube has also a look and feel is there. So domain and logo is a very important portion of how you communicate this as well. Now, depends upon the packages, depends upon the budget you're allotting for it, you can have the best one. So it's a very, very complicated world. It may be with a $50 you get a domain and logo, you also get a $50,000 a domain and logo. So you need to decide what kind of a budget you want to spend. And across the globe today, I've seen the people spend a lot of things because, of course, it's a very, very important to have a proper logo, branding, and domain name. So branding part is a very important, your strategy, your technology, and your customer, your psychographic and demographics, everything comes together. And tomorrow, you want to communicate what exactly you stand for, your problem, your values, your philosophy. This also comes under branding aspects. So think about it, how you come out at us. And now, so all of you, before setting up now, like, for example, affiliate part, we avoided a certain level to make it the faster part. But now AOBB, OSM, everything you need to set up a very professional, not a random logo. You need to have a thinking about it. For example, today we use this logo very proudly, but it's not one day happened. It's put a lot of time, thought, communication. So I'll tell you how that process do it is. Some of you might feel little frustration, but it's important for you to have a clarity of thought. And once you go through this process, you have a complete different picture about your company, what you wanted to have. So now, when you ask me about this logo is not there 2 years ago, so it's nothing. So we don't have a name itself. Then there is ADM came. Then this is the logo people see, right? The Digimentors, Asheghar Digimentors, an Arabic and English font together. And this is the logo we are using. So there is a series of thoughts put on this. So many people worked on it, reviewed it, modified it, changed it. So that's where it comes out. So it's very important. So when you look at all these kinds of like a Spare Bazaar, so there is a logo in that. Now Islamica, so there is a logo in a different, and look and feel is different. Mac, mining and affiliate community, there's a different logo. Fresh Atmos is another logo. Brave is a different logo. Sidcott Oil is a different logo. Chin Bear is another logo. Monday Books is another logo. Kids Prado. So like all the things have a different font and different image, right? All the things which I'm showing is that people made the logo through the workshop and training program they went through. Then they come out with this logo. Now, we will make a brand, part of your logo creation. Whether you are for example, you're a trainer, you're a consultant, you have an AOBB, of a drop service, you have who else is having of course, OSM mirror store. These 4 categories, we make a premium logo for you. So these premium logo, you can actually start putting on it. Now, anybody wanted to invest and do other logos, I so can. But initially, I recommend you to go start with this. Once you make money, then further go. But of course, it's better to have a logo. Can I change my logo later? Of course, yes. You go back to eBay logo. You go back to various companies' logo. you can see that changed. So no problem of changing also, but it's a very important decision you're taking even while you're changing. Okay, so it's a very very much you need to involve in this one to creating this logo. Now, how a customer feel about your product was important, and maybe the branding, as we discussed here, promises unwritten contract between organization and the customers they serve. Now, this is exactly a branding is basically. Now, now the trademark, the logo is very, very important. And product as not the brand. This we discussed in very detail. I'm not going back to the branding. So only I'm reminding about the branding part. And people use the products and services, right? Products serve the functional purpose. They have a relationship with the brands, not with the products. Those brands they connected on it. So brand make promises. I know it's a kind of an unwritten contract. What you're communicating through your logo, your website, your look and feel. It's a kind of a promises. So a very important part of the branding cycle, actually, you need to create a brand identity or a corporate identity, and you should develop on it. Then there's a research and messaging and testing and delivery of this part, and the building of the communication aspect. So it's very important. And definitely through the brand, you try to create a reputation, and people will decide to buy a product from you, the aspect. Now, branding does not replace anything else what we do, but branding makes everything we do more effectively. So it's very important for you to have a branding part. So that's the reason we one full day we spend on a branding. I hope all of you remember. I would like you to go through that entire video to understand about branding before you take a decision. Now, what are the decisions you need to take? So that's what today's objective. So tell me what's your brand called, and what is that about your brand is all about, and what makes your brand is different from others. So these answers you need to have. So these answers, if you are not getting, I would like you to have a discussion with the mentor and discuss with the consultant as well. So they will help you to come out with the answers for it. Okay. So these important three phases, never forget. I would urge you to watch that branding day on day 71 on September 27th. We discussed completely about the branding. One full day session we spent. So logo and branding, and you need to spend on it. There is no other shortcut for it. Please do go and watch your domain, your brand, your everything. Now we discuss about the logo decision you are taking. This will become very important decision for you to take it. The reason is your website looks like based on your logo. Your YouTube channel looks like that. Your blog, your online, and everything. Like when you look at the Facebook, you see the face based on a Facebook. The moment everything on a Facebook, you can see a rhythm on it, right? So based on that, Amazon has the same thing. So that's the reason the logo, the color combination, the font, the communication, the tagline, what you're doing become very important part. So as I just shared with you once again, this is how the brand you need to work on it. So this is actually seriously, if you ask me, so I worked on so many brands, so many logos I brought out in the market. I worked as a startup company. One of the first requirement as a startup consultant, people ask me about the logo, names, and things. I've done so many things. And you've seen so many actually from the scratch, which I had done for them. So all these logos are other things which I worked with the creative. So because I'm not designing it as designed by someone, but the person who's designing will not understand the vision. The person who's designing will not know what exactly you do. They're only showing the set of instruction you are giving. So that's the reason you need to give an instruction. Otherwise, you have to create your logo. So as you know, if you are not technically fit, you will not be able to finish your logo to design. You need an expert person in that field to develop your logo. Now it's for you have a responsibility to communicate with him effectively. Because whatever the response you are going to receive from him is the result of your communication. Okay, so please do a proper communication to the people. So we will send out a complete form where you can fill up the very effectively you can do. So I'll explain you how you do decision today. So when you look at it the same way, how it come out. For example, based on my communication, the first thing which they send back to me, this is I rejected it. This is not the way it should be there. Then came out this way, and this also another choice was given. Then we need to went back to the color palette and gray and what font, what kind of things. So this is a very minute detail you need to go. So everything has a font, there's a color combination, there's a color palette and the logo size, and so you need to put a thought about it. Now, you also think about how it will be used in the printing stationaries. Tomorrow, you're printing out your business card, your letterhead, your envelope. That you have to think about it. And your business now, and your online part, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn. So how the logo look like? So you should be able to visualize it. That's why we discuss about the vision part. You should have tomorrow. If you think about tomorrow, your company is going to be a large company. So what kind of a company, what kind of a board you wanted to see, what kind of holdings you wanted to see. And tomorrow it comes in the newspaper or a TV channel, how it comes. So you need to have all that vision even while making this logo aspect part. So it's, for example, this is one of my imagination, how it will be look like in our warehouse. So that designer gave to me an example. Okay, this is one of the suggestions. Now, this is a business card. So business card design, before he approves, I've sent you, it look like you approve the business card part. Now, how does a letterhead design, letterhead, envelopes? So this is another portion you need to think about it. So then how the envelope you want. So these are the minimum of your identity of your brand, officially, and even to the government places when you represent. These are the many bank will ask you on a letterhead. Everything people ask you on a letterhead. Why? This letterhead is very, very important document, right? So based on a letterhead, the person who's receiving the one request tomorrow, we don't know tomorrow what kind of a people who are going to grant you something, give you something, investment, maybe licensing, maybe so many things tomorrow will be happening based on your letterhead, right? So make sure that you have proper letterhead. In the letterhead, you have proper logo. Your proper logo, you have looking good and best. The way you feel it is, how best is the logos to be. As I mentioned, it's not your likeness, it is about your customer. How your customer is the most important part, you need to decide on. Okay. Now, you also should think about based on your niche and projects. So for example, you're a trainer. Tomorrow, we are going to conduct a training program. So you'll have a writing pad. So to your staff, if you are doing a physical program, and or maybe tomorrow you will have a entry passes giving, or your employee has a tag, or your delegate passes, your volunteers passes. So this make sure that is you have the design in mind and should get you in the design aspect of it. Now, so tomorrow you may going to use a PowerPoint presentations and a standard PowerPoint presentation you may have to communicate on it. And how your brand look like when you're displaying into the hoardings and other BTL and ATL methods you need to know, and how your brand look like in standees is important part. Okay, so then you visualize this tomorrow. The ADM is being a training company, how the entry tickets to the event. So this is also a visualization. An entry ticket has a separate cover, that envelope come with that. So this is another part. So this is the way we need to think and bring your brand part. Initial part, you might feel little frustrating, but I'm guarantee you will have a clarity, and later you start enjoying this. Today, if you ask me, if one of the things I like to do is actually to designing, to communicating to the people, making a logo, and talking about making this a new something to create. It's a very interesting. But you should have a vision clarity, your customer's clarity, and customer's thought is important part. So all the brand logo, you will have a different font, a different style, different color combination. So this will come to you to set up now, the brand logo and website. So very important to understand this is a questionnaire. You need to fill it up. So then the tech people or designers really understand what you want to do. And effective communication, we have systematic questionnaires that I'll explain you now. So it's easy for you to fill it up. But it's not just simply filling it up. You are creating a business. You are creating an online entity, and which you know the better. And someone help you also. It's important for you to have it is, okay. For you to have the clear thought about what you are building it is. So now all the things which I'm showing to you now. Someone thought about it and they take a decision, right? So different company has a different logo. So you think about logo name. Now, when you say logo name and brand name is two things actually, So you can actually put the your name is with the logo itself. Sometimes you have a separate logo, like an Asheghar Digimentors, ADM, and you use in a unique way. I don't know, you notice branding in English and Arabic and an ADM. So ADM is which we communicate verbally as well as digitally, and logo which we addressed east and west, and basically two international large thing which we used, and which is we look for a Middle Eastern market, Arab audience, and we also look for international market. So that's a combination we came out. So this is the way, uh, based on a customer point of view. Same way, you also still think about your company part. You know your company part better. You know your website is better. You have the vision. So that you need to start making on it. So think about customers' benefit of your product and services that you want to away. So when you start, your questionnaire will ask you a question. Tell me about your customer benefits, about your product and service benefit. So because customers is going to buy from the product because they have a benefit, right? Otherwise, they'll not pay you money. So you think about what are the benefits for buying your products. Now, once you answer that, then put that as at least 5 words that present your brand. Put that one. Okay, mine is a young brand, a beautiful brand. Maybe you say my brand is a horizon is my brand, or the brightness is my brand, or the energy is my brand. And so you need to think about the moment you come out with your business idea. What do you feel about your feeling? You need to put that one. So that you need to put an effort. You need to take a help of a consultant and mentors if you are not getting, and you have to put a brain applying for it. So if you don't do this effort, someone will give you a shabby logo and you don't even know what to stand for it. So the way I'm explaining about Asheghar Digimentors, I'm taking Arabic audience, English audience, Western, and meeting Western, East, and targeted customers. So these are not one day just like that. It's a thought about so much of time and brought it. That exactly I would like you to do it is. Now, you can have a kind of a communication with that. So it's not necessary to have a tagline to communicate. Even the logo itself, it can communicate. So you can think about that, which kind of how it is. Okay. Then your value proposition. Now, even here before your value proposition, the brand communication, you can have a kind of a tagline, like an applying thought, and global village. Now, so like that, you can actually you can have your own tagline if you want to. Okay. Now, value proposition, you need to talk about why, as we discussed, what a kind of a USP and values is an important part. You need to answer on it. Now, you also need to answer it as a brand attributes. So when you wanted to come out with a logo, you really wanted a simple logo, or you wanted to look like an Al Jazeera logo, or you wanted to look like an Islamic logo, or you wanted to have a kind of a complicated, it's not complicated, it's right, it's a in-depth one you wanted or not. So how simple you want it, or how you want, you can decide based on that. You use in the questionnaire, you can use 1, 2, or 3. So if you are very simple, put in a simple, and you have to go a little more, not that simple, but actually you wanted to have it in detail, you give a mark 1, 2, 3, like that, you can increase on it. Okay. Now, you're colorful, the logo, like when you look at my consulting with Stan.com, I have very simple black color logo. Asheghar Digimentors, I put in a blue color logo with the gray. So I put it for me, Asheghar Digimentors is around 2. It is colorful, but at the same time it's also great. But it's not too colorful like many other, like an eBay, or no, that's not the way we used on. Okay. Now, there's another one. You want to have a very conservative style, a traditional style you wanted to have it, or you want to have a new generation one you wanted. So that you need to take a decision. What's your thought? This, don't just fill it up. Think about it. What is this? So based on this, the creative people will be able to take a decisions. Oh, this is what exactly you wanted, and you wanted to have very easy, friendly logo, or you want to have authority, a respectable one you wanted. Now, you wanted to have a kind of a luxury look like a feeling, or you have necessity. For example, you're selling a cheap and best products, go for necessity. If you're looking for a luxury brand, like you're doing it as, or maybe you're selling a holiday, you're selling a car, you're selling a car accessories, or based on your niche, that will change. Again, your niche and target audience, you should think here. So each and every point, when you think about this one, it will be based on your consumer, not only yours. So you need to think about how the consumer is thinking about. Okay, so is a very important portion of this decision to you to do. Now, if this or now this decision and put the mark is very easy. Think about if instead of we are asking you this one, we would ask you to brief you with 3 to 4 sentences, briefly about your colorfulness or how colorful you wanted. Brief me in three. It was there in earlier. We used to ask to the people, give me in 3 to 4 lines, sentences. Each one, think about around 20, 30 words you are writing, sentences you are writing. Instead, you just say, this was very easy, but you need to think an answer. Don't just put it. So you want to write and do, it will be good, because I reduce that writing part. Everybody gets frustrated. Oh, so much of thing I had to do. But actually, at least on your thought, you should think about, should I record a colorful logo? My target audience is basically, colorful. They want it, then keep it that way. If you don't want, colorful part, go for a gray. So you think about your customer's point of view, your niche audience point of view, then take a decision part. Now, some fonts are very serious, right? So you want to take it that way, and you want to make it in a fun way or in a serious way. So you put it that way, or you want to have a professional way or a casual way. So it depends upon, like you're selling a jeans, it has to be a casual way. So you're selling about something water polo, so it has to be casual way. You're selling something on a swimming costumes, it has to be in a casual way. But you're selling about something in a computers, or so you're selling about some books, it should be more in a professional way. So, or you wanted to have modern and a classy. So this is another place you need to think about your custom point of view. Think about and take the answer for it. So when you start working on this, the good thing about it is not only a logo come out well, even your company's vision. Yesterday we discussed about the captured one. So you will have a captured vision coming with this one. So please choose this one. Now you want to have a sporty or elegant. You decide what kind of things you want. For example, you're selling a shoes or a fitness equipment, or definitely it has to be in a sporty style, right? That's where you take a decision on it. Now, you want to do an extreme or a safe, you can actually have a decision based on that. So each one segment, I would like you to spend 30-40 minutes and think about it and take a decision on it. Okay. Now, again, the colors, it's a big problem. That today, looking at the colors, we understand to recognize the brand. The moment we see yellow and white or the Maggi, we know it's a Maggi. It's red on white and see, we know it's Coca-Cola, right? Even if they don't put a logo font there, we understand what is the logo represent there, or the color represent everyone, right? So now you also decide what kind of a color your customers like it. More than you. I'm not saying your dislike you should accept, but it should be, again, a customer is in the mind. The customer, what kind of a color they might prefer to do it as. Okay, so it's an important part. Now, if you don't want any color, you need to say that one. So then the graphic designers, website designers avoid that color. So that's more important than what color you wanted. So because you say that I don't want the black, I don't want yellow, you can say that. So they will avoid it. And sometimes, I don't know, some of you, and so some part of India, especially, they have a color also connected with religious belief, the superstitions, all the things they have. So people, based on that, if you have that belief, mention that one. Hey, I don't want a black, I don't want a white. You can decide that way. Okay. Now, if you ask to describe your brand, you put some words. Okay, now I wanted something like this. I want to communicate this one, like a genuinity, maybe in the best one in the world, maybe the strong in the world, and the innovative in the world. So you need to come out with a kind of a wordings about your brand, and what kind of emotion you feel it is your brand. Your brand is happy, strong, and you're angry, and you're protesting, or you're joyful, all the things you think about, what kind of feeling you have. And you can also say that what kind of words you don't want in your branding. If they is using a tagline, I don't want this kind of a word to be used. You can mention that as well. Okay. Now, you think about this kind of an emotion part. Now, if because brands are connected to humans, so you think about what kind of emotion you want to connect with the people. So it's important to do that one. Okay. And you also think about abstract values. Think about if your brand is a person. Now, how do you describe, that your friend, for example, now, about your, you're talking about, you're coming out with a product, and you're coming out with a, a kind of a branding image. So you'd explain to the friend, hey, he's very tall, he's beautiful, he's handsome, and he's so friendly, and he's so strong and assertive, and he's always dynamic. And so you will define to another person. So same way you will define what kind of things you wanted on it. Okay. And how would you describe it's a style? It's a modern or a classy or a traditional or a conservative, and or maybe a new generation guys. So all the things you need to think about it. Okay. Now, if your brand is a friend, if the brand is going to make a friendship with in the world today, so with whom he'll have a friendship. So think about it. So now, if your brand is a person, so to whom you wanted to him to interact with, and to whom he wanted to hang out with. So these are the thoughts will help you to take a decision to understand your brand. It is, as I mentioned, it's not only just making a logo. It's not only just designing your brand and logo, and not only to communicating to the designer aspects, to the designers. It's important for you to have a, what is that, more number of people to understand what you want. Especially you also understand what your company stand for. Your vision will be more clear on it. Okay. Now you also think about the age of your brand. Is it going to be young, or a senior person, or just a baby, just a teenage person, or a young person, or a middle-aged person? As you decide what will be the age of your, if it's a person. Now, all the things we need to come then later. So once you have a clarity, you don't jump here. Okay, this is a very easy to answer for you. If you don't do that one, you jump here, you'll have a wrong choice. Now, according to you, if your brand is tomorrow becoming like an Amazon, tomorrow become a big brand. So tomorrow you are decide to go for a commercial engagement. Who will be your brand ambassador? If from celebrities and categories, when you think about, first you decide whether it's going to be male or a female. So who's going to represent you? Then he's from which field? Is he athletes, or a sports, or a literature, or a writer, or maybe a celebrity of the politics, or maybe a philosophers, or intellectuals, or maybe a social worker, or maybe somebody from the Hollywood, somebody from Bollywood, somebody from the movie field, somebody from TV shows field, or someone from comedians. So what kind of varieties of the celebrities there in the world? You make which category of the person who's going to represent you. In that category, who will be your, if it is athletes, as your brand is going to be represented by Usain Bolt or by Messi, or you need to decide to whom you will be. So this information, when you pass out, a lot of information actually are giving out. So this, before you are jumping this question, so please answer all this portion. So this is the frame you will start enjoying about visualizing. This is all about visualization. Think about tomorrow. You got funding. Your company started growing. You're making good money, and you decided for a commercial advertisement. And tomorrow you wanted to have brand ambassador for this. So to whom you go and initiate the discussions. So that is an important question. So once you need to visualize here as an MD of the company, chairman of the company, founder of the company, CEO of the company, to have the discussion with your brand ambassador, and what you'll be telling them, I have this business. So you need to convince the brand ambassador to come with you as a brand ambassador, right? Even though they charge, not necessarily every brand they're going to endorse, right? Unless you come. So think about that conversation. See, I have an online shopping mall. We sell 7,000 stores, 1.5 million products. We want this product to reach out to the across the globe, and we want people to start the online business. So which brand ambassador, you will be picking it up, and you need it based on a niche. You have a you will come out of the niche of a yoga, and so to whom you talk about it. So is your yoga, what kind of a yoga you're promoting, what kind of a yoga products you're promoting. So the yoga is like if you're promoting a Kundalini yoga, so to whom you will be associated for that. You're promoting a sports as your badminton, so to whom you will be connecting with that. So all this thought you need to bring and think about and take a decision. Now, another way of communicating and understanding even to your team members tomorrow is if it is your brand is a car, so it's going to be what kind of a car? It's going to be to a Nissan Petrol or a Rolls Royce or a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota or maybe a Lexus, or it can be Range Rover. You need to think about a Ferrari. You think about what kind of which kind of a brand and which kind of a model. You can also think about so then that image you should talk about it. Hey, this is what exactly my brand is represented. So this is you need to do, and even that time you can actually choose the color as well. So the blue or a green or a red or a white or a black, you can actually have this one. So this another portion is. Then once you have this, then go to the process of a logo design. So you get a questionnaire about this one, and please put this information to this one. So based on our designers and design and give it to you the logo, and then you can take that. So once the logo designing part, you need to tell them what kind of a logo type you wanted. So there are different types, right? Which I've shown you in ADM an example. You have an Arabic font, an English font with another logo with an ADM, right? So that's way. Now here, Nestle, when you look at it, you can see the way this font is used, and then you have a logo. Chanel, when you look at it, is actually you can see that above the logo and below this one. So if you have a superstitions or if you believe in this, logo as a numeric, this is one of the logo people don't accept, because the people say your company's name is written above that, there is a logo written, that company will have a financial liabilities. Though Chanel comes in that category. So if you have that kind of a belief, don't take this kind of a thing, because you have feeling. I'm not going to. Of course, I don't believe in it, but I'm not wanting you to change. To interfere in that one. But don't to choose that one. Now, for example, when you look at some of the arrow mark go back. People say it's not a good idea, but there are arrow markers. Of course, Amazon going up. Some people say the below is that's not a good idea. So it's all our belief. We don't know. If you ask me any science to connect, I may not be able to do. I don't believe in anyway. So, but of course, I believe in there is something called people connect with the brand, look and feel, and the color combination, the font. It makes a lot of difference in the people. Okay. Now, so Disney is written in a different way. Wireless analytics, and on the left side is a logo. And so, which one you would like to have it? Your logo. Think about it. Now, you also put in, the mark. It is basically like a Rolex is another style, right? So, all these things, when you look into, you think about it, then come out with your logo part. You can also an abstract mark, how you wanted to have it. And like Nike's or very simple logos, and it is another method. You also think about like different style is coming in. When you can actually think about this kind of thing which I want, you can choose that one. And now you can also decide, okay, this kind of a thing. I want. You can choose an example. So when example actually. Everybody understand, you understand, and when you communicate to someone, you will understand, and the other people, like if designers also understand. This is the best method. Now, if it is a classic, it is like for example, in a Franklin Covey, the best example is a like classic style of a font. So you can choose this as well. Okay. Now, some cases it is basically a very detailed one with a communication as well, like a European human example. What you are going to communicate, what you are going to do your niche to your customers. With the logo itself, you communicate, right? Like a Starbucks coffee. So it's communicated that the coffee is available there. So sometimes some of the brand comes to you, you don't even know what understand what is it exactly it is. You ask them, oh, what's that brand all about it? So even after a lot of communication, that people see a lot of hoardings and advertisements, the many people ask what exactly it is, right? Because they don't communicate what exactly. So some of the cases are very clear what exactly you are. So it's up to you how you do. If according to me, my opinion is if you start at limited budget, even logo should be communicating with your niche and products. That's my opinion, but it's my opinion. You need to decide what kind of brand you want to represent on it. Now, now you also come out with a cruise, and it is how promoting it a little complex. So if your brand is something like that, you can actually do your niche is something like that, you can do that as well. Okay. Now, like a style and font is also one time you're taking a decision and you need to continue following that font as always. So and tomorrow when you go and do intellectual property right, your trademark registration to do, they actually ask your logo font. It's very important. So no one else can copy. So I didn't cover that portion today because I covered in the last time earlier. So the logo we are making, tomorrow you go for a trademark and registration. So they will ask you all these details. Your logo, your combination, the color combination, everything you need to put in as a file attachment. So that will be registered. So to protect your brand, it's also important. So if you don't have that one, so sometimes they get reject you. And sometimes even though they register, the problem is your competitors tomorrow when they have a violation, they will have an advantage over it. So you need to have your own logo. So a different kind of logo with a font, a detailed one, you should have it on. Okay. Now, you also think about you have any special suggestion that would be helpful for the team who creating it is. You can add, you can type it, there will be a column, you can fill it up that way. So once you're done, then of course, if you go to the website patch, put if for example, you get a 30 seconds, you get an elevator pitch time. So how you communicate to an elevator about your products. Okay, so that should be put in a sentence. So that will make a lot of understanding about your website look and feel. Also, you can have a list of competitors. That's a fantastic thing. It's not just going to Google alone. Think about who are your competitors so the people also understand this one. Okay. Now, your website, do you record testimonials? Then say yes, we do it. Now, you need to have awards mentioned in your website. Then keep it that one. And any other publications like a newspaper or a magazine referred you, then if you wanted to mention that way, yes, you can do. Now, you also mentioned the compact your target audience, your customer audience, right? Psychographic and demographics, which we discussed in the first month itself. So that you need to list out. Now, you also think about what motivates your target audience, what's your target audience to come to you, and what is their problem. So that exactly we discussed one. This is most of the time you might have listened to this, what the problem you're solving. So when you come to the branding, that you need to communicate. Even your website making part, it's a very important point to do with that one. Then you make a website strategies, a logo, marketing, advertising, all the things important aspect. Now, you also should have a call to action in your website. As we discussed, call to action on your website is important. The moment you come to the website, maybe a consulting or downloading ebook and opt-in, or coming to the office or buying something. So call to action part you do. So if you are giving out an ebook, a demo, webinar, white paper, surveys, all the things you can actually give out. So think about what exactly you will be giving out. So give me the register for a free webinar and register for a demo and participate in a survey, or download a white paper or download an ebook about digital entrepreneurship. Like that, you can have a different thought. Now, once you have this is going to be there in the website, it's a very important information. You'll be sharing for a web development point of view, whether it's a portfolio website or an e-commerce website or affiliate website or a drop service website. At this point, I'll come to you later in detail about the website I'm discussing, John. But in the branding perspective, designer perspective, I'm discussing with you now. Now we'll go to set apart. This we'll discuss later. Now, strategy point of view, and now what marketing strategy are you going to use, a traditional or non-traditional? in our case is mostly on a non-traditional and digital marketing part we are going to do. Yes, right now. So you have an image of a video, and now you wanted to add it to the website, corporate website. Sorry, go to portfolio website. You must give out your image. Other website is not necessary. Even though you've got a good image, you wanted to use that, you can actually use that one. Okay. And now for the people to understand your likeness, so what kind of a thing you like it, especially for the designer to understand that theme to come out. So which you list out around a 5 website you like it. That's one of the things you should be doing. Then there's a Google form will be there for you. Refer that Google form and you add that one. Now, before I go to the portfolio, dropship website, before I go to OSM website, we go to AOBB websites, and I'll start with the portfolio sets. So you really understand all, kind of a requirement. Even though portfolio is a very detailed about us of your website. So about us is actually detailed is actually portfolio. So if you're a social media influencer and you're an event manager, I think both you'll have a portfolio website, right? So, or event manager has now a drop service website. Okay, of course you have advertise page, but of course social media influencer you have a portfolio website. I think it's event manager new upgraded is you get a drop service website. You being an event manager, not the earlier it was a portfolio website. Okay, so check with your kit if it is a portfolio you're eligible. Take the portfolio. Now social media influencer, you have a social media influencer portfolio. So it's very important. It's a part of the package which comes to you. So make sure that is you make a good logo. Okay. Now we will not be making a logo as a premium logo from our side for a social media influencer because it's your social media you may already have a kind of a logo or you have a logo affiliate. So it will be difficult for us to make a new logo if you have. So you can have it as. And even you don't have it, make it simple like a consulting with Jan. I just made a logo. You can see that is very easy to very simple consulting with Jan with the red dot. That's it. So you can also have something like that. Now your website, portfolio website you wanted to see, go to consultingwithjan.com. This is, I made it actually. I'll tell you my objective here is, it is my portfolio. So I think if you're a social media influencer, same kind of this can comes to you. Why as a social media influencer, you need a portfolio website? 2 reasons. One is actually people understand you about your YouTube channel or Instagram profile as a social media influencer, as a Facebook, everything, right? But actually, people are going to do business with you. And business with you, what are the things you achieved? What are your qualification, your background, your characters, and everything is the brands and enterprises is going to do business with you. So there you will express so many things, and of course you have a confidential rate card also there in the website. So basically all the brands and companies who is going to do business with you as a social media influencer will come to your portfolio website. Okay. Now I'm not using a social media influencer purpose, but actually you can model this because my purpose is almost the same. So now consultingwithjan.com is a site which is how I as a consultant I get a client. I used to get a clients through reference. Basically, I don't think that after 2013 and 14 I never promoted myself because whenever I want an assignment, always through some kind of a references comes to me. And thank God, I had a chance to choose the project which I want to do. So of course, first 2, 3, 4 years, that was not the case. I know it was one client is over, next client sometime, I don't have a project. Today, just opposite. Now I can actually send out an email, I get a project. So now instead, I don't go to the client comes to me. That's a strategy I'm using. So when the client comes to me, for example, you're my friend, I'm ready, go to the consulting channel, you can actually, I'll connect you to the channel, talk to him. Now, if they don't know about me, so people ask, you send me a biodata, or that's very formal thing, right? So they definitely connect with the consultingwithjan.com. So when they come to my website, so I go to my profiles and everything, I speak there. So it's the objective of my website is people to understand about my detailed resume, my core area of service, the products and services I deal with, the training I conduct with, and the achievements I had, the client I worked with, and all the things, what I had done, it is everything I communicate through this portfolio part. So I use actually consulting with Chan. This is basically, it's not from me, it's a consulting with Chan. Because actually I noticed it is many of the people who were referring me, they were using this word. Hey, I would like you to consult with Shan. Hey, before you start, why don't you consult with Shan? This is the word my clients and friends and relatives started using. So that's where I got the idea consulting with Shan.com. Okay. So that is, people are using this one. Why can't I use that one? So I raised it at consulting with Shan.com that way. So then, people also, it's become very easy for them to also consider. And when the people getting also consulting with Shan. So this is the way domain name I came out. I started using, as I mentioned, it is not my thought. This is so many people when they refer through WhatsApp and phone and through email and social media, they were using this word. Hey, why don't you consult with Sam? So one day I saw around 10 to 20 messages this way. Then I thought, okay, that's also people are easy to use, and multiple people. The 10 to 20 people actually, when I look into, most of them are different industries, different part of the world, and majority of the people, recommending me, my existing clients who are using this one. So that's why I used consulting with Sam.com. So similarly, for your portfolio website, you're a social media influencer, you need to think about connecting with your name, doing it will be better as a portfolio website. Okay. Now, portfolio website as a trainers and consultant also as a kind of a portfolio, come a corporate website you have. So your corporate website is to talk about you, but we recommend you to project as a company, not as an individual. But if you want to project as a company, this is example of consultantstan.com, where you can have you as a corporate website at the same time as an individual. You can also have this combination on it. Okay, so we will give you a corporate website, not just a portfolio website. You have a comprehensive corporate website like adm.qa as a consultant and trainers. But as a social media influencers, you have only portfolio website. So where you can model as a consultingistan.com. That when you go, there is actually, I put there my contact page details in detail. That's exactly people should reach out to me. Oh, Shan, so I would like to have a meeting with you. That exactly I want. So I have a contact page details. You can see that is actually all the, I was looking at across the globe, the client, the people should be feel comfortable. That is this area. So wherever I have a client, I already put a contact us page. Because if I have a client in US, mostly US client will be referring the US client. So if they feel, they can have a reference. So that's addresses I kept it, and they can click and reach out to me and contact us. Now, I also put an about us page. About us, actually, as I told you, I'm promoting a portfolio website as a company, not me alone, because usually the people as a consultant with me, I used to share my project with my consultants. So those who are, especially those who completed a boot camp. So many of the boot camp, I say that any of the project comes to me, I'll hand over to you. Or together we will work on. So many clients, I work that way. So even the project comes to me when I show about us, so they don't mind I'm sharing with someone about the project as well. So that's also in the mind. So about us, I talk about that. Now you wanted to show a portfolio picture, your own picture, social media influence you can do, or you can also use website designing pictures as well. Now you want to keep your biodata there completely. You can actually may do. I didn't keep it as a kind of a biodata, but I put my entire profile over there. You can have that in your portfolio website. Now you can also highlight the niche you're doing. I'm talking about consulting. Consulting is industry is a huge industry, right? So huge, around 30, 40, 50 different categories. But actually, I choose to do consulting on online business consulting, digital business consulting, majorly. But of course, I do funding and investment as well. But that is part of online business. So if you ask me to raise a capital for maybe a real estate company, of course, real estate I had done recently. Maybe another company I may not do regularly, because real estate company, as I think some of you know, which is in Qatar, I raised the capital for them. And I also done a waste management company, I raised a capital for them. But of course, both are my client on a digital level. The board of that, one is actually I was handling their social media, another client I was handling his website. So that's the way a relationship is built. Then we raise the capital. So, but basically, my focus is the niche is the online business consulting aspect. Okay. So you can, all the things, if you answer this, I would like to recommend you to go to consultingistan.com, understand how that is it is done, what is the portfolio site is done. Even you can see the downloads. When I had a project last year, I think 2019, and I got a project on political parties. I wanted to have people to work on that project. There's an RFP also on my website people can download. I'm not saying you should have RFP because for proposal. If you want to have, you can also have that one. Okay, you can also have set up a payment gateway for your portfolio. So now this portfolio website, you get a questionnaire, it's kind of a Google form will come to you. Please fill it up and submit on it. Now, portfolio website we are building on our ADM website builder. Now, ADM website builder, as you know, it's a cloud-based which one, and you have all these options. I would like you to go through this one. Now, think about when we are built it for you. You don't have to build it yourself. There's a three types you do it yourself, do it with me, do it for you. So we will be doing model called do it with me. You can go to the pricing path, do it with me. That's the range we will be giving you. You are not paying anything extra because you're a social media influencer with us. You are eligible for the price which you paid is already eligible for your portfolio website. So, but you can see the method we are doing it. Do it with me. The package will be doing it. And that you can see many of the things which tomorrow you can edit. You don't record anyone because you can do that one. And you even tomorrow you can actually add funnels and e-commerce and landing page towards it. You can have it, and the portfolio website. You can also divide in a different level and do it. So you can have a different template you can see, and you can have an idea about when you. So you can actually arrange the thing, and even you can recommend what kind of a template you want it on it. Okay. So you can actually choose that one. Okay. So various kinds of a portfolio site template you can see, then how the portfolio coming out. Okay. Now you have it. When you go to the plan, you can also see tomorrow you want your portfolio site to be added to have an e-commerce website. You can have tomorrow if you're doing a kind of a if you're talking or if you're doing kind of a campaign, you want a landing page, so you can create your own landing page. It's easy, so in 2 hours you can create a beautiful landing page, and the landing page becomes very important tomorrow. Any kinds of promotion you do, landing page to generate the leads and sales is important part. Okay, so you can have a landing page as well. Even you can also create a funnel for your portfolio website, and so you put your funnel and people to taking a decision. You can have. I think if you don't know about the funnel, and we discuss in a different topic, you do that one. So you can actually have funnel, and you can have a SKUs page and sales page and checkout page. You can systematically build that one. So think about your portfolio website in that aspect. Okay. So you also should visualize that it comes from it's a home page, then select product page, then a conversion page, and a thank you page. So 4 steps you can have. So people come to your home page, people see you. Hey, I want you to become my brand ambassador for my YouTube channel. So what's your price? Okay, your price is $250. Then pay now through payment gateway, PayPal or anything. Then thank you page. This vision you should have it. So this vision, if you can have it, you're done. So portfolio website. So think about these aspects and make sure that is you understand this one. You should have the strategies here. Okay. So this is the actually nutshell. If you ask me a portfolio website, how it will be, once again, I tell you, you have a homepage, you're a social media influencer, you're a YouTuber, you're an Instagrammer, or you're a Facebook fellow, and you promote health and fitness, or you promote technology product, you promote maybe a spiritual product, or you promote as a books. So think about your homepage, how it looks like. A brand, who's your customer, brand enterprises comes there, and how they look like, until there is select page, then conversion page, right? So when they select, when say actually I can do for a 1 month with you, I can have this many posts with you, I can represent your brand for you, etc. Different packages of a social media influencer, you keep it there. Then people choose from there. Actually, I want to take a 2 months. Then they click on it and come to the checkout page and say thank you. So this is the 4 areas of your portfolio website. If you can visualize and do, it's fantastic. Okay, so that then based on that, you recommend this what is exactly I wanted. Okay, so as you know, this you can edit and do. I believe all of you went through this smart drag and drop how you do and everything. And you can also check the theme and say these are the themes you wanted to have it on it. Okay, so you can do that. Now, if you want tomorrow to modify your design, actually you may do. You have a lot of designs to do, and if you go for each page, I think last time I shown you, it's each page you can have it as. Even before we go to the campaign, you can also do A/B testing and take it that way. Now, you can also see the A/B testing result. Also, you can take it, and you also check the how your website looks like in a mobile device, how it looks like in iPad, how it looks like in the computers and laptops. It's an important part you need to think about and check out part. And your portfolio website tomorrow, not initially, once you can actually wanted to sell off your membership, etc. Do, but you're a consultant and a trainer. Your corporate website come with a membership. You also come with a digital product. Also, tomorrow, if you want to do physical products, also you may do. That feature is there, but we will set up a digital products and services as well there. So you can have a kind of physical product also selling on, digital products also selling on. You can also do a services promoting, membership selling you can do, and even services to it. Everything you can also do an upsell as well. Now, you want to give the choices to the consumer. That also possible with your website. So all this aspect of features which we discussed, I would like you to go through and understand and take it. And tomorrow you wanted to set up your payment gateway, you may do with apart from the around 28 payment gateways are there. You can also integrate email marketing and you can engage with the customers. Now all the opt-in list you can keep increasing and doing it. So all the segmentation part you can decide, custom profiles you can go through, and you can message to the people from one places to do one to do, and you have a complete exclusive dashboard access. You get entire lead generated. You have a appointment fixing, and you can what is it, where people contact us and reach you out is the, so all the things you can also is a part of that. Now, once you become a client, of course, you can also promote an affiliate that I'm not covering at the moment because we already discussed enough about the part. Okay. So this important part. So you need to give us the input to, we will build it for you. So if you're a social media influencer, we will build a website for you. So where you give a brand name, and you also provide us your domain name. Then the logo information part is important, and your niche, and which are the category you do, the subcategory you do, and within category one, and your website color theme is required, your service is required, your products is required, and about us page is required, and what kind of an images you wanted to use in your website apart from your image. Your photos, of course, is important. Apart from that, is also important. Your business description important. Primary keywords, if you have it, your keywords. Secondary keywords is important. And you have any blog, you can tell us, or we also do. And if you have a keyword, you can do that one. And you can also have blog meta title, the meta description part, meta title part you can have, and you can actually set up all the things. And your address in the contact us page definitely do the information part. Now, you want to have corporate email ID, so you may create, you can do, and you want to mention the phone number also, you can do. Now, your website also will be connected to Facebook. Link is important to have to keep your Facebook link and Instagram link and a LinkedIn link and YouTube link and Twitter link. So you need to create this one if you are not created yet. I believe all of you created, or all of you working on audience. That's what we discussed in the 2 months ago. I believe you have reached a four-digit thousand. I don't know what's your progress now. Make sure that you are a good one. Now, then other social media links, if at all you have, you need to add that one. The website hosting form need to carry, these are the details, and you submit this form. So based on that, do that. And I think some of you are familiar with the affiliate website hosting form, already got it. Now, next one is this important aspect is AOBB affiliate. Now, AOBB affiliate and normal affiliate as a different. AOBB affiliate come with it's a logo. Come with the additional bundle, additional lot many other features, right? So other features like other bundle will be added there, and to more, what is it? Tools will be there to promote as well. Now, so strategy number 5, I would like you to recommend and go and understand about various aspects is coming in. And now you also will have a digital products in your website. You also will have private label products. You will have a not less than 2 websites, right? 2 website minimum. You have 1 website, and an additional website you will be having others. Okay, so it includes you'll have more than 1 website. So there's 2 website minimum you'll have, and you also will have a landing page and funnel, and you will have funnel. You will also have plugin, We'll be adding a few plugin in that way. So this vision, you need to have an AOV button. You also should have an add-ons, like you remember that add-ons we discussed about, maybe from a Gmail add-on or marketplace add-ons. And there are so many add-ons in the market, so also will be integrated with that. And you also will have a few traffic coming into the place initial stage itself. So it's a very important for you to set up a meta title and meta images in the beginning stage itself. Why? Because when the moment the traffic comes in, it has a huge influence on your SEO ranking. So please don't delay your what is that? Your keyword research and part, and do an automation. It's important to have a few automation part in integrating, and your digital products is also will be there in the part. Okay. Now you also have private label products put into your platform to selling it off, and the CTO, a CTA on my banner with high paying affiliates will be connecting. So where you get a ready-made affiliate connected with that. So that's also will be doing. And you'll have monetization, and AdSense can be added, sponsored post can be added. Now, cryptocurrency also will be mining added to the website, which we'll discuss on a Wednesday in detail. So tomorrow, you also think about you'll have a banner. People are connecting to your website and start mining. So one of your website will have a mining website as well. So here there is actually a mining part. You will have a how do we say? Mining. People come and sign up with you and connect their laptop and for mining. So this is also part of your think about these also your customers, because the people who are going to connect their laptop and PC and mining, they also your customers. They look forward to your website and connect their machines. Initially, they take a decision based on what kind of thing. And many other more, and also in every bundle has it, right? And of course, you need to create a PayPal account, and PayPal will be integration and give to you on that. And some of the cases, and I think as we discussed with the Pioneer card, if you don't have PayPal, we'll give you a Pioneer card, but there's nothing to do with the website, but you can do. And of course, the bank transfer, your bank account details, if you can provide, will be fantastic on it, okay? Now, there will be a crypto payment system where you'll have a crypto wallet to be created and do it, okay? Now, as you know, as a part of a championship, we will be doing a syndication with your website, with a YouTube syndication or a blog syndication or a combination of both. Okay. Some cases may be Wikipedia. If you are you're a portfolio website, you're a trainer and consultant, we'll do a Wikipedia syndication. So this syndication is a part of this comes to you. So important to have this, okay, to this one. Okay. And you'll also have a connection with the social media influencers who will be promoting your products. And of course, campaigns are also part of an AOBD. If you remember, that is championship ready product, right? And few spy tools will be integrated for you to design a campaign and run. Once your campaign is running, you can actually decide which campaign to run, which we discussed in the designing part. A tools part, we discussed this one. With whichever Amazon is running a campaign now, you can also have that one. Now, when we do our remarketing for this one, you need to have funnel tracker where people can come to the funnel and which stage they are reaching, which is keys page or your selling page or your upsell page or a checkout page. You need to have this capture. So when you do a remarketing part, as we discussed about the Google Analytics and the tracking time, the Google Analytics AdWords, they'll also give you the data which page they leave you, and the exit page, which is the page they exited from you. So this information through your online entity, you'll be able to understand and take your decision. So remarketing and retargeting portion, you need to think now, because tomorrow when the people are doing a remarketing and retargeting, your banner will play a major role of that. So it's important for you to take a decision on that one. Now, social media strategies, as we recommended, there's now 3 types of strategies we recommend on our social media. And you need to talk to your consultant to get this one. And as we discussed, it's also the championship ready website. So make sure that is you all the things to succeed in the championship you take a decision. Now you already acquired an AOBP and a day 3 webinar. If you have forgotten or you don't know about it, go back to the day 3 of July 4th. We discussed the digital mastery, complete details in there. So kindly go through and now you set up that one. Now, if you have any more questions on this aspect, you may discuss about your consultant and vendors as well. Now, if you have more details you want to contact Tahir or Hashif or Rukia for this one, once you get a form, talk to your mentors, and once you submit, and you will get a continuous information about the updates from this one. So there is a no, one is AOBB. So kindly note, you got a one affiliate website with a one website. Now you will have one more website coming in. AOBB, part of AOBB bundle. So that website is a more on a sales oriented. Affiliate is a completely sales affiliate website, right? So it's a in that affiliate website you have a what is that? That affiliate website will have a more into mining and affiliate. That's on exactly the objective. So you have this. Now the AOBB bundle has a one more website which is coming, which is built on ADM website builder, where you have all this landing page, all the things comes up. So it's important for you to make that as all the decision to have it is, and you fill up this questionnaire properly and give this information to do this one. Okay. Now, almost the same way. Now, AOBB bundle, which we discussed about, affiliate is we completed, and we start with the logo, etc. Right? The entire process you go through, and you fill up the form. So you get this. It's easy to start building and fixing your website. Now, AOBB drop service part. Drop service also included now as a you'll have mother and a child website also, remember, so where you get information, you are actually add and sell it. Now you also get automated mother relation, but it's not for you the branding point is that's not important. Branding point is so your logo or this part is important. Now you need to have various marketing tools, and of course this is 2-star model. It's also championship ready website. Now this part of these three things is in your complete bundle. So you have various components. Whatever we discussed as a online entity components is these three things has it. So now drop service part, you need to have more selective niche to do that. We'll discuss a bit later. Now these three things is actually now YouTube. So YouTube is majority of things is done for you. You don't not worry about because most of the things we will do it for you and give it. Even logo is not required there. You know why? Because your niche you're choosing do. But still, we are not got most of you are not filled up the form. I think my team has sent you a reminder mail. I request all of you submit by 31st of October. That is 2-3 days from now. Please submit entire details. I request you to submit 30th, 31st morning. You try to do. So we'll try to close that by 31st itself. So this one you have a few more days time. You can fill it up that one. So the day 44, August 26, I would like you to go through all the things once again. Before form, you fill it up, setting up your online entity part. Okay. So if you have any doubt on this part, please coordinate with the Tahir and ask him. So any kinds of help you want, you can reach out to him on a mentors at adm.qr. And the drop service, you have a complete forms to fill it up. Same way which we discuss all the features. I'm not repeating the features. You know that the kind of features it comes with. And if you want to know more about that, visit admwebsitebuilder.com. It has a huge number of data information. Twice I discussed with them during the 100 days time. So recently also we discussed about when they discussed the blog, including blog is there. So you can have all the drop services entire details to be fill it up and do that one. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, YouTube is done for you. You don't have to worry, and that we will do it for you. Okay. So, of course, a limited offer and this is coming, and the capture with strategies is coming. I think I'm going quicker because we are not working on it. We're doing it as okay. But if you have a Google AdSense account, share with us. We will integrate the same thing. Okay, and you can also have PayPal account. Many people ask me why you need to have PayPal account in the championship period. We also do an affiliate program with your YouTube channel. I believe this is a strategy we discussed with you. Some of you asked, all of you believe that the question they asked me. That's an answer people, I know everybody is why I'm answered that way, because I'm answered because the YouTube is silent on something, which is I cannot confirm. So YouTube is silent on a affiliate link. You know, the Facebook and other companies is not allowing to keep your affiliate link in their platform. But PayPal do allow in the description or wherever you want. So, same thing I reflected. So if as long as the YouTube is allowing to do an affiliate program, we can do affiliate program with Amazon. To PayPal with the YouTube. and we need a PayPal there, all right? Because your majority of the affiliate you sign up will be through PayPal. So while signing up, many of the companies ask in a PayPal. So when you are going for a YouTube done for you, create a PayPal account and you do. Now, one of the issues most of you are saying it is your country, PayPal will not allow you to withdraw the money to your account. Actually, three things I would like to tell you there. Once again, this I explained to you earlier. Now, still you are coming back and saying that this is in a country, PayPal is not there. Number one, the purpose of the PayPal account here now, once you sign up, if you don't have PayPal, you're not even applying for affiliate program. So once you apply, you get a accepted and you get a affiliate code, right? Affiliate access. So if it is rejected, you don't have to go with the PayPal and anyway, it's rejected, right? That's point number one. Hope you're getting this one. Second one is once they approve, most of the companies, once you approve, they have alternative payment method. Majority of the companies. So, but in the application form, also a PayPal. So if you don't have a PayPal, sometimes you may not be able to apply. So that's a big issue. So that's the reason you need a PayPal. Once you apply, then in the dashboard, you can see multiple bank transfer, credit transfer, Pioneer card, crypto transfers, and gift card. So unless you get the dashboard, you will not be able to get this one. So that's the reason I'm asking you to have PayPal account. Now, third one is actually once you get an application, money go to the PayPal, and your country does not have a bank account. What is the solution? There are so many solutions on it. One, your PayPal account can buy various products. So whatever you have PayPal money is there. Once you are in a digital marketing space, there are so many products and services you need to buy. You need to avail services, right? You can use this one. You can do shopping. You can buy holiday packages. So for what exactly money there? That's one. Second one is if you don't have the money, you can actually buy a crypto. You can convert to the crypto. You can also buy a gift card. You buy a gift card of MasterCard and can withdraw. And there are, if your country does not have a PayPal, many of the country don't have PayPal. There are people money taking PayPal and pay you cash. So that's also an option. If in Qatar, if you want me to get you, I can do that. I'm doing it for many people. Sometimes my own PayPal, I withdraw that way. So it is always an option, is it? So please don't worry. But if you don't have a PayPal, many of the companies you'll not be able to apply. You getting my point? So that's the reason you don't have to worry about the money withdrawal part. There is always an option. There is always an option to do it. The worst scenario you give to us, we'll take care of it. Okay, so please don't worry. And it's not at all a worry. You always get the part on it. Okay, so but you may not have to link with your bank because if like in Qatar, PayPal is not linked to any other bank. You cannot have a routing. It's not necessary PayPal you link with a bank. PayPal can be standalone, and you can use a PayPal. Many of the subscription, many of the things you can actually utilize it. So it's not a big deal on it. But PayPal is the most commonly used affiliate program network, which you're pleased to have that one. Okay, and of course, various other tools also will be there, and you'll have a strategy consulting and 1 hour quick thing, etc. will be there. And so these tools, when you go back, now you need to have this. YouTube hunters. So I would like you to go through and understand about the YouTube part. So day 15th of July, I would like you to go through and set up. Now the time has come for you to implement these things and start it. So as I mentioned, you need to contact Mr. Tahir for this one. I believe all of you fill up the form. Now, when we give this, there's no option for you to choose a niche. Now, I believe all of you already got a niche forms, and you also have an option for you to choose the video. Now, choose the video and copy paste that you use. So many people are, how can I give you? So when you watch the video, that URL you can copy and paste and submit the form. So same thing which will be created for you. Now, when we send out the mail, this is a funny thing. Actually, many people demanded, and actually, the idea which, as I mentioned, you give an idea of a niche. So actually, I brought the niche for you. And some of you don't want a niche to choose. It's not because you don't want to have a niche, because you don't want to pay an extra for a $10 for a video. That's a damn cheap price. Still, you don't want to have one video for a $10. You make that is do. It's up to you. So you choose an option 2. So option 2 is nothing. You don't have to choose the niche. You don't have to choose the video. But believe me, it is better to choose. Okay, because I know the price. So in future price. and you know that is a price which you offer. So please make sure that is you take a right decision for that. Okay. Now before we go to the the time is almost up. So today we covered actually social media influencer portfolio website, Airbnb bundle website. You need to choose the niche, and branding and logo part we completed. Now we have OSM and consultant kit. We'll discuss in detail tomorrow how you set up that aspect on it. Okay. So with this, I know today you'll have a lot many queries to ask. Now it is important for us to come put together all the things and coming out with a setting apart. Okay, so to championship ready part is to having it is. So please do submit the form after real thought. And I notice some of you or most of you are not doing a consulting or a mentoring in these days. Please go back to your consultant, go back to your mentors, and do consulting sessions on this before you're taking a branding and logo decision aspect. Okay. So with this, I'll end the session today. Tomorrow we'll continue on a consultant and a trainer kit and including OSM part in detail. Okay. So thank you so much, all of you. And I'll join you in the mastermind in a few minutes from now. Then we'll discuss in detail about any more doubt you have. Okay. Thank you.